I can't believe this is going to be the first video of the new year. What's up, Warlord Squad? My name is Anime Warlord and welcome back to the channel. So, as many of you have heard by now, the creator of the iconic Thomas and Friends TV show, Britt, has unfortunately passed away. Now, I first received the news on Instagram, but I didn't think it was true. I honestly thought people were just basically fucking around and just basically doing New Year's jokes. It's just like, come on. It's the first couple of days of 2025, and you're trying to scare us with Britt Allcroft being dead. And then when I did a little bit more research, that's when the numbness set in, and then I found out it was true. Britt Allcroft passed away towards the end of December of 2024, and now the news is basically starting to hit other countries worldwide who had grew up with Thomas the Tank Engine like yours truly. Yeah, sure, Reverend Wilbert Audrey made the 26 books in the Railway series, and his son Christopher concluded the series, but it was Britt Allcroft who brought this little blue tank engine and all of the other characters on the island of Sodor to life. So I give Britt a whole lot of credit where credit is due. She didn't just make my childhood awesome, because I feel like everybody always says that, thank you for making my childhood awesome. Yeah, sure, I posted on my Instagram story, thank you for making my childhood awesome, but honestly, I feel like this word is more fitting than thank you for making my childhood awesome. Thank you for making my childhood and everybody else's childhoods around the world who grew up with Thomas the Tank Engine magical. And you want to know something funny? Before my mother read me the Railway series, I was actually watching the TV show first, and then a little down the line, my mother read me the Railway series, and I honestly love both of them as equals, and I really want to own the first 26 books written by Reverend Wilbert Audrey, and if I can find Chris's books anywhere, I want to get those books as well in my collection to complete the Railway series. But from what I heard, Chris's books do tend to cost an arm and a leg. And kudos to Britt Allcroft for staying true to what Wilbert Audrey stood for. And that thing was, do not talk down to kids. Because Thomas and Friends, well, old school Thomas anyways, it was a series made for anyone of any age. And the lessons that we learn in the show are lessons that we will later learn in our adult life as we grow older. And when you look back on those lessons, when you watch Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends as an adult, you're like, huh, I just basically learned this lesson as a kid. Reverend Wilbert Audrey and Britt Allcroft knew damn well deep down inside that kids aren't stupid. So that's the main reason why they treated their child audience with a level of intelligence. Just basically adding words that kids don't even know yet. And just basically not really blatantly stating the morals. Yes, morals were there, but they were gently massaged in there. That's something that George Carlin himself has praised the show for during his time on it. Because as Thomas continued to move forward, since it was uber popular, they were starting to blatantly state the morals, and they were starting to treat their child audiences like they were a bunch of dumbasses. And all the parents watching were just basically just face palming, and even some kids were even face palming, just going like, the fuck is this shit? On the subject of praising the show, that's something that I myself, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you, praise the show for too as well. And now, as an adult, I can understand the full score of why my mom had me watch Thomas the Tank Engine growing up and reading me the Railway series. It's because she knew that those books and that TV show alone was full of valuable life lessons that I will later learn down the road as I get older. And she was right. I have learned those lessons. And my mom also taught me valuable lessons, of course, too. But she knew that that show was very, very smart and did not talk down to its child audience. If you look at kid shows nowadays, let's be for real here, dude. They're so goddamn shitty. They are so goddamn shitty because they don't treat their child audience with a level of intelligence. They blatantly state their morals. They cram them down the kids' throats. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But once in a blue moon, there will come across a show that will follow the formula that old school Thomas followed, and any other kids show that I can think of other than Thomas, like Rescue Heroes or Hey Arnold, old school SpongeBob, etc., etc., etc. The list is endless. Thomas and Friends was one of many shows that defined my childhood, and I still watch it to this very day. And when I have kids someday, I'm going to pass that on to them and just basically show them how much of an impact that show has had on my childhood, and it will have an impact on theirs. I was originally going to do the top 10 items that I collected in 2024 video, but that's going to be moved to a future date. When is that date? The date will be next Sunday, because right now I'm just basically just uploading this video, releasing it out to the world to say my goodbyes and pay my respects to an absolute legend. Britt Allcroft sure put a lot of love into Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. She made us imagine that the island of Sodor was a real place. It just felt real, like you could travel there by via ship or plane, you name it, and you could just walk around the island, and anthropomorphic engines are just basically there to greet you. All right, guys, this just about wraps things up for today's video. If you guys like today's video, give it a like. If you guys have anything to say about today's video, give it a comment. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell to get instantly notified when future nerdy videos come out. You guys already know who I am. I'm Anime Warlord. Stay nerdy, stay safe out there. Have a great day, have a great evening, whatever your time zone may be, and always remember to take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Peace out. Britt Allcroft, I once again have to say thank you. Thank you for making my childhood and everybody else out there around the world, our childhoods, magical. I thank you for bringing this little blue guy and all the other characters on the island of Sodor to life. I thank you for being loyal and true to Wilbur Awdry's vision. And I just thank you for being you. And wow, you have saw your show reach 40 years. That is a very impressive milestone. You're going to be deeply missed, Britt Allcroft. Thank you once again.